Hey guys, this is Jaev, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy 3/6. So this is it. The final dungeon. Final level. Final Fantasy. Yeah. So we are going to take on Kefka in his evil lair of, well, garbage and junk. Or whatever you want to call it. But, to start that, we have to go ahead and fly over to his tower. Which happens to be over by, I believe, Miranda? I believe? Or maybe, no, Albrecht. There we go, Albrecht. Right in the center here. It's pretty cool how the ground is kind of swirling into it to, you know, show you that it's kind of the center of the known world right now. So in between episodes, I went ahead and, or I should say off camera, I did a little grinding. I leveled everybody up to level 40. I taught some spells. I even taught Ultima to somebody. There you go, Johnny. I taught to somebody. And I also hit up the Coliseum for some goodies. So I am fully equipped. And we are going in. But first we are treated to a little cutscene. Our whole crew assembled. Pretty cool. Of course, Kutan. Having her doubts. A little concerned of what will happen to magic if we destroy Kefka and the towers. Or sorry, the statues. But what of Terra? Is it worth it to live in this broken world with no magic whatsoever? I guess we'll find out. So we have to form 3 groups. I have a couple groups in mind. We're going to set up the first group with the 3 family members here. And now that I think about it, I never did do all of Shadow's Dream, so I might have to do that in a bonus episode. So let's see, that looks good. Party number 2, I'm going to have Locke in all his merchant glory. We'll have the ladies. I am bringing Kutan along just for the one, like, snippet of conversation you get at the end of the dungeon. And let's throw Sets in there, too. And the rest will be a party around the Sabin scenario back in the day. All friends. And I'm going to leave behind the 2 optional characters. I don't really use them that much, to be honest. But you can see everybody's in their 40s, so... except for her. Ha! But here we go. And I have everybody equipped with espers, relics, and equipment. I am not going to be switching between... or swapping out equipment in between party members. So whatever they have is what they're stuck with. And let's see how it does us. Statues are up ahead. So, much like earlier in the game, we just hit the Y button to swap between party members. And there are a lot of strong enemies in this level. I'm probably not going to encounter every single one, but I will make a mention of, you know, whatever I run into, such as the Brontars and the evil Oscars. So the Oscars are weak to flame, fire. My big strategy with Realm is just to try to control. That way it at least takes somebody out of the fight, although it did not work, obviously. And yeah, the Brontars can do some pretty decent damage. Pretty decent physical damage. But they are no match. I love how control kind of sort of takes them out of a fight, as long as you don't hit them with physicals. Alright. So what do we have here? Coronet is a helm for Realm, which will help her control ability, but I'm not going to use it because I prefer her cat hood. And if you grab that hook up above that's swinging around, you can actually return to the airship. But as far as I'm concerned, this is a one-way trip. So let's see. Oh, we have a Great Behemoth and some Vectars. Vectors are pretty much cannon fodder. I wouldn't really worry about them. The Great Behemoths, the Great Behemoths, they will basically counter a lot with haymakers. So you want to... There's nothing really much you can do about it other than being invisible. They'll even counter if they are being controlled like this, which is kind of interesting. Like so. But they die pretty quick. Like so. Alright. And blah blah blah. Everybody's learning spells. Hooray. Yeah, I finally started teaching Shadow stuff. Mainly because I wanted the stat bonuses on Esper level ups. Look at that. Looks kind of like the old Vector Capital. Ooh, fixed dice. This will be an awesome weapon for Setzer once we swap to him. And we have some new enemies, some Dark Forces. These guys have almost every lore in the game. And let's see if he kills himself. But he actually has 2 lores that I can teach Strago. The question mark reflect, which will set a... If you use it on somebody with the reflex status, it'll set, like, I think slow and a couple other status ailments on him. And he also has Quasar, which is kind of a weaker... Oh, look, he's using it. Which is a weaker, like, Grand Train, basically. So I'm going to try to goad him into using Quasar and learn it, and then, yeah. Oh, shit. And yes, they use Exploder as well. Ow. But at least we got the question mark, or say reflect, question mark. Maybe I'll pick up Quasar some other point. Alrighty, I got the economizer on Strago because of all his lores. And it is pretty nice for healing. I quite like it. So through this door, we are back on the mountainside of crap. And we can pick up, I think... No, we can't get that treasure quite yet. That was just some more of the same. Some a great behemoth, Vector, and Evil Oscar. Alright, so we cannot advance any further, so we'll swap to party number 2 with Locke. And I am going to immediately give him the fixed dice. So this will do a... You'll throw out 3 dice, and he will do random damage. But it will always be, you know, based on whatever the dice say. And I have him equipped with the offering, so he'll do it 4 times. And since it's the dice is always fixed, the damage will not be halved like normal. So it is a pretty nice weapon to have on him. And I just ran into another of the same enemy encounter formation. But made short work of him, even with my useless Kuton. Let's go ahead and show off these fixed dice. Why not? Against these Brontars. Watch, knowing the random generator, he's just going to do crap damage. That's not too bad. Definitely worth it. You can hit it up to 9999 if you get a lucky enough combination. Ouch. And it happens. It's fairly uncommon, but it does happen. And in here we have a Minerva, which I do not need because Terra is the only female I have that is able to equip it. Sorry, Kuton. No dice. So up top here, we have a chest with a tack star. Thank you. The best throwing star for Shadow. We'll definitely save that. And we actually have our first boss. Right inside Kefka's old jail cell. And oh, we got another Dark Force and Retainers. These guys will use fight a lot. And once you kill them off, they will randomly basically eye for an eye you and kill you right back. So it's pretty annoying. Let's see what happens. Oh, I forget I don't have Strago in my party anyways to learn any lores. And wow. Doing some... Whoa, that's gonna hurt. Yeah. So this is the move. Very annoying. And thankfully, I have Terra left. Good job, Terra. So I'm going to go ahead and heal up real quick. She has the gold hairpin, so all our MP cost is halved. Okay. So we have our first boss, Atma. And he is just like Atma Weapon. Only a bit of a palette swap. He can be fairly dangerous. I'm going to nuke him down as fast as possible. He knows all 3 level 3 spells. He knows like Southern Cross, Ultima. So if you let him live too long, he is gonna kick the crap out of you. Probably wasn't a good idea attacking with Kutan, but whatever. So let's see. Haste. Hit him with slow. Might as well try to steal from him. He has a Drainer as a common steal, and I believe a Crystal Orb as a rare steal. Ah. I expected that to hit everybody. No complaints. And I think I'm going to cast Life 3 on a couple people just in case. Because it couldn't hurt. Well, way to drop the ball lock. Definitely not casting Life 3 on her. Alright, I'm just going to attack. I don't really need either the Drainer nor the Crystal Orb thingy. All it does is give you, like, I think 50% more MP. It's a relic. Alright, you're going down, buddy. Hopefully I do not need to use this Life 3. He's not too bad, though. Especially by this point in the game, you're doing a lot of damage. Go ahead and hit him with the double flare. Good old gem box. Yeah, that's not going to do much. You know, this actually might finish him off. Come on. Maybe this one? Such a slow spell animation. Oh, I guess not. Get him, Setzer. Start chucking that dice. Speaking of long animations. But there we have it. Atma has been defeated. Right on. And with that, we gain... Come on, a save point. His charred remains turn into this bright and wonderful save point. So I'm going to go ahead and use a tent real quick. And if I switch to my other characters while on the save point, they can also use tents and save. But I'm not going to abuse that little glitch. We're just going to press on and fall. This area probably looks a little bit familiar. Some remains of the Magitech research facility. Pretty cool. Some new enemies too. We got some movers. These guys have insanely high evade. And since the evade bug is fixed in my version, I'm just going to attack with my dice, which are barrier piercing, of course. But I think these guys also show up in Final Fantasy VII as well. I think they give you the most AP out of like anything in the game, which is kind of cool. In this game, they're just garbage. So if we head up to this pipe right here, it'll actually take us back to that room with the tax star in it. Oh, we got some new enemies. Dueler and Fortis. Your typical machine-based Magitech guys. They'll cast like missiles and lots of ugly attacks. Is that level 4 flare? I wasn't even paying attention. Yep. Ha! Kutan. Poor Kutan. But they're not too bad. Bolt 3 should take him out. Machines are usually weak against lightning. Ah, there you go. Had a final counterattack. So anyways, this left pipe is actually the pipe we want to go into to continue. Ooh, treasure. I love me some treasure. A force shield. I'll pass. The strongest shield in terms of magical defense. But I don't really want to use it. I have better. So, step on the switch, and now party one can now proceed. Pick up this ribbon, which will be useful in the final battle. And over here, we have, if I can get to it, some force armor, which maybe I'll equip on somebody. Alright, I love the searchlight beams. They're so cool looking. Just a couple more vectors. They are easily dispatched with a multi-targeted Ice 3. Of course, Terra murders pretty much everything with her level 3 spells. Alright, we actually have another boss. And, ooh, some new enemies. The veterans and the guy that I don't want to pronounce his name. Daedalus or something. Veterans are very annoying. Both these guys are very annoying. I believe the Daedalus has a couple lures that he'll use on you. He has I believe one of them is level !Pearl, which will hit you based on your GP, the last digit of your GP. And since the last digit of my GP is 1, it will hit everybody in my party. And oh crap. This isn't good. Can we kill him off before Terra dies? Oh crap. Come on, life 2. Okay, you're dead. And I don't know why I tried to revive Kutan. I guess just force a habit. Oh, sweet. That worked. I do not run into those guys too often, and I am glad, because I do not like those veterans. So I'm going to go ahead and revive the troops. Hell, Kutan is just another target to hit, so why not? Heal everybody up. And we are going to face the 7th dragon. The gold dragon. And this guy's pretty easy. He uses thunder spells, lots and lots of thunder spells. But he is actually weak to a status element, namely Berserk. So I'm going to hit him with Berserk, and then he will be pretty much dead at my mercy, really. Hell, I could probably even cast Vanish on myself and instant win. But I don't want to prolong the fight any longer. So I'm going to attack him with physicals, and Terra is just going to bomb him with flares. He is weak to water, but I do not have any water spells, sadly. But yeah, Berserk does a pretty good job at locking him down. He looks a lot scarier than he really is. His cousin in the dinosaur forest is pretty much the strongest monster in the game. I would have actually preferred him as a boss than this guy. But what can you do? Ooh. He's definitely dead now. Nice. And with his death, there is only one more dragon left. And we got a crystal orb. Nice. I'm not going to use it, but hey, we got it. Alright. So, I think this is a pretty good stopping point for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Next episode, we'll do a little bit more of Kefka's evil, twisted, diabolic, crazy-ass dungeon. So, until next time, take care, guys. Later.